Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. Just wait for the stream to get going, and then we'll be good to go. There we go. We are now live. Awesome, awesome. Okay. So let's start off first by grabbing the save over here. We're going to go and get the actual Warner Pacific tracker set up. Go to the save. And let's see. I need this one. That'll do. Okay. Yes, my desktop is quite bad. Oh dear. Okay, 145. Let's get this put in. There we go. Oh, thank you there, Black Star Man. Do I still have it open? I do still have it open. Fantastic. Cheers, mate. Yeah, we'll go through that shortly. I think what I'm going to do here first and foremost is we'll take a look at what the actual turn has brought us. And then we'll go from there. We'll go from there then. Okay, so we'll read the turn. Yes, I need to get this working, the actual site information and the operations information. That'd be handy. Okay, so taking a look at the results here, we can see obviously that the fortifications have been reduced at Ichang. From level 3 to level 2, obviously that is due to the battle that was fought there during this turn phase. SSS-40, sunk by Type 95 depth charge. Right, now that is intriguing. Supposedly we've sunk a submarine there. I really highly doubt that one. I know that we did actually do some damage to the thing there, but I don't know about sinking it. Okay. Let's take a look then. So obviously this was over here, the action was fought over here. Do I have any intelligence then? Now, the ship sunk, I think, is only based on the actual reports here. They go down super easy, really, wow. Yeah, we got one of the actual sugar boats, as you like to call it, one of the PT boats, PTQ1111 was it, or 100? Actually, yeah, Q111. So just a normal patrol boat, nothing too remarkable. And of course, they're still armed with torpedoes, so they're still dangerous. And it is one of these things you can't underestimate them. They do have the speed. It's obviously the fact that they just don't have much in the way of armament. I mean, so far, we haven't sunk much, but neither have we lost much. So I'm not going to complain really too much as of yet. We will obviously rack this up as time goes by. If we take a look, obviously, Allied ships. Yeah, I mean, there's no Japanese ships that have been sunk so far. It's just Allied ships so far. So we've been remarkably, I suppose, conservative in that regard. Hello there, Rocco. How you doing, my friend? I'm doing pretty good, The old S-series subs were called sugar boats. Ah, that's pretty cool. Awesome. Good to know there. Good, now I'll take a quick look at this Wikipedia. Sweet. Okay. Laid down 1921, impressive. Let's go back over here then. So supposedly the S-40 may have been sunk. I mean, of course, I'm going to look at that with a pinch of salt, or quite a large helping of salt there. Mostly as I won't believe it unless I actually really hear the actual sound effects for it to be sunk at that point, but we'll see. Okay, of course this one has been sunk, we know about that. I-6 has been detected, I-7 detected. The Mersing Invasion Force has of course been detected. Now whether THG will be able to discern the true intentions of the Mersing Invasion Force is unknown. We will have to wait about that one. Hello there, Lupus, how you doing, my friend? Welcome to stream. I think it's the first one you've actually been in? Possibly. I've seen your comments, but I don't think I've seen you in the stream before. You've only missed about, what, 4 minutes? 4 minutes and 50 seconds. We've only just started here. We're just taking a look at the actual tracker here. And then, of course, we'll go into deeper things. Start to issue some actual real orders. Yes, of course, Kidabutai started to run low on fuel. You desperately do need to get that fuel out there. But they're not far. They're maybe 1 turn, perhaps 2 turns away from fuel. It's one of these things now. I suppose I do regret running them so hard on full speed, but then again, we thought we were on the actual trail of a carrier. Sadly, we have no confirmed sightings of a carrier as of yet. We'll take a look through the operations report and we'll see if we can find anything potentially to give away the presence of a carrier. So it's one of these. Do I regret using that fuel? Not particularly, because at the end of the day, should we've actually caught a carrier, would have been obviously worth that. Hello there, Zell. How you doing, my friend? Okay, of course these ones are, I believe these ones are 67 and 68 are returned to base anyway to refuel, so that's fine, they'll take care of themselves. This one I believe would be the midget submarines that actually accidentally dispatched from Canton to Hong Kong, sorry. Oh no, actually no, these could actually be the midget submarines potentially at Hawaii. That makes sense. Okay, 10th Shipping Engineer Regiment has been unpacked, awesome. The Guards Mixed Brigade has been packed at Tokyo. That's good news. It's very good news as if they're packed and ready to go, that would be superb because I could have them dispatched for Midway immediately. Okay, so the 20th Reconnaissance Tanker Regiment has reached its destination at Anyang, so is the 26th Field Artillery Regiment. 79th Infantry Regiment, yep, 104th has reached its destination at Hong Kong. So we're really looking at what's arriving here at Anyang. So we do have a decent amount of artillery at Anyang, sorry. These guys have been packed. Yeah, they've reached their destination at Fusan. So we'll have them made ready to join in the effort of enlarging the port there. Okay, so not that many actual alerts here at the moment. Hosho, the group size has changed. We'll have to take a look at that one because that is going to be very handy. Okay, the 4th Division has reached Nagasaki. Good, good. We can actually use them. Okay. We'll have them ready to be packed and sent potentially to either the Philippines or potentially to China. But I would say the Philippines. It does really depend on the situation in the Philippines. It's one of these things of, do I want to be banging my head against the wall in the Philippines, in the Devil's Triangle, which obviously consists of Clark, Bataan, and Manila? What I wanted to ask you is, do you have any air cover plan for the Mersing invasion? Because judging by that last turn's execution, he seems to have concentrated his air power in Singapore. We do have fighters potentially nearby. Well, we do have fighters nearby. And we'll take a quick look. Just minimize that there. And so if we take a look at the situation over here in Malaya. So of course we do have our planes out here at Singora and Patani. Now, as far as it goes for actual air cover, it's going to be somewhat more difficult due to the range here. Now, if we take a look at Kota Baru, what do we have there? So the airfield is damaged, the runway is damaged, the port is damaged here currently. I mean, the airfield would be quite nice to have operational, as it is a fair size, and when actually repaired, will serve to be quite handy. Now, Singora, yes, a size 2 airfield. Fully operational. We have there, in terms of aviation support, yeah, we don't have the aviation support required. That's the issue. Patani. Now, I do have transport side dispatched over here to Camaran Bay or to Saigon. So I'll be able to take some of the engineers from over there and bring them over to Malaya, so I can actually bring up the aviation support. So as far as it goes here in aviation support, we have 0, required is 10. The thing that's holding us back here in Malaya is the lack of aviation support. Obviously that will change as time goes by. Actually, what I'm going to do over here first and foremost is, right, so the 1st RTA division is moving. It seems they have been stopped over here, so we do need to move them ASAP. Now the good news is I can actually have them move directly to Kota Baru. If I have them move directly to Kota Baru, obviously they are going to be moving further down here, as this has obviously just been taken. So I suppose not too bad that it's been stopped here. At least we might have it dispatched to Kota Baru instead. If I have it dispatched to Kota Baru, what we need to do is obviously take a look at what is moving to and where, and in what numbers. But yeah, let's take a look at the actual range of our aircraft. It's like, for example, I could have these Ki-27s replaced by a more capable aircraft. I do have more capable fighters over here in Saigon as well as other locations. Like, for example, we do have the KI-43 1As and 1Bs. These are obviously more capable than the KI-27s. Take a look at this. We do have the aircraft capacity here. What's the issue here? Right. It's interesting I actually don't have the pilots here. Replacement. Reserve. Okay. Okay, that's good to know. We'll grab the pilots here. Bring them up to scratch. Of course, we do need to have more pilots in the training pool, which we are doing. Now, it was noted to me that we should have, like, one experienced pilot in each of the squadrons training, which is actually a good idea, so we might take a look at doing that. Hello there, Chris. How you doing, my friend? Yeah, none of the fighters in Gorda have the range to cover missing. Yep, you are correct in that assertion. So if we were to take a look at these other fighters here, for example, the K-43 models. Now, if I was to run you... So your max range is 6 here at the moment. With drop tanks, you can reach about 12. So yeah, you would have the operational range there. The issue is obviously the lack of aviation support. It's one of these, though. The actual landing force does have significant cover. For example, in the actual landing force itself, we have 4 heavy cruisers, which is actually quite formidable. The Megami Kuma, Suzuya Kumano. So that gives us a value of 2,276 AA there. If we compare that to the actual surface task group here, yeah, 3,000. So they actually do have formidable AA, considering the amount of warships here. So in reality, what we will do then is we currently have the task force of my Sun's Rays. My Sun's Rays over here are in a separate task force. Though what I may do here is actually combine them. So of course the landing force will have the benefit of the actual battleships here. Now, I may push them to like top speed. Let's see. Okay, let me just familiarize myself with the hotkeys again. I might have turned something off by mistake. Let's see. I forget where you check the hotkeys now. Game credits, no, not that one. Is it here? You know, I forget where you actually check that, but it'll be fine. What ships do you have in my Sun's Rays task force? I have the Kongo, the Haruna. We also have in there the Takawa Tarago, Sendai Jitsu? Yeah, and a good number of destroyers. So what we'll probably do then is we'll fold this in over here. I mean, the issue is obviously... Oh, no, they do have the ammunition, don't they? Interesting. Well, that's good news. I was under the impression that, of course, they'd use their ammunition during the bombardments, but no, they're okay. That's fantastic. Right, well, that's good to know. So what do you guys reckon, then? Should we fold in this task force in with the Mersing Invasion? Now, the Mersing Invasion doesn't have that many troops initially. It's like they are going up against larger numbers here. They do have guns and some AFVs. Though, with the sheer amount of firepower, we should actually be able to break through here quite nicely. Okay, what we're going to do then is we're going to fold them in together. So this is obviously going to be quite a large task force here. Quite heavily armed. Yeah, so we have 34 ships here. Then obviously what we'll do is we'll have these guys unload their supplies. Are they carrying supplies? They do have, yeah, a good number of supplies here. Good number of float planes. Yeah, if you take a look at that value there, 5,354. The gun value, 12,926. Torpedo value, 217. ASW is 39. Okay, so we have a pretty good protection here. Now, we're only carrying the 124th Regiment. But they're the ones who are going to establish the beachhead. The other forces aren't far away yet. We have the follow-up over here with just under 10,000 troops. So, once the follow-up arrives over here, the second wave will have over 10,000 troops. Now, I think what should... Well... Let's see here. Yeah, we'd have another heavy cruiser as well. So we are going to have a hell of a lot of firepower. So let's take a look then. If you were to run at full speed, what could we achieve there? So you'd be there in, let's see, 1, 2, 3, well, yeah, 1 second, 1, 2, 3, 4, I suppose 5 if you count that one, so... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3... No. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we'll run them at full speed then. I think once they actually arrive at Mersing. I mean, the entire point of the Mersing invasion here is to secure this rail. If I secure this railroad, sorry, then none of these troops can actually escape to Singapore, which is the main important thing here. I mean, for example, he doesn't have many troops here, but exactly, you take a look at this over here, and that's 10,000 troops as far as we can tell. That's a lot of troops. So, if we take a look, 16,000 troops, 17,000 troops, yeah, what was that, 23,000 troops? So somewhere in the region of 20-odd thousand troops are in this part of Malaya. Of course, he does have quite a large garrison over here at Singapore itself. Though the thing is, if we actually cut off their line of retreat and their line of reinforcement, then we can crush them in Malaya. And it's far easier to crush them in Malaya than it is to crush them in Singapore. So that is the entire point of that invasion that I'm missing. As well, we may strike lucky and actually be able to take control of these bases which are potentially undefended. We don't know if they are, but they may be potentially undefended. For example, taking Johor Bahru would be fantastic. It would be nice to have access to those resources. It'd be nice to have access to that rail, sorry, to that, to the rail, as well to the port. It's like, for example, if I take command of Johor Bahru and Malacca, then I could actually run my units strategically back and forth and actually move them significantly faster. And then obviously if we were to take control of Taiping and then strike north towards Kuala Lumpur, then we'd actually have command of that rail, so I'd actually be able to move extremely quickly. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. Okay, so they're giving their orders. Okay, what I'm going to do here then is we are going to set them to full speed. I want them to arrive ideally as soon as possible. Now, they might just make it just outside. It's one of these, isn't it, really? I mean, do I want them to be so close? We might actually be better off. Let's see. So if I run at mission speed, I'll be about here. I think that is actually better. I know this sounds a little bit counterintuitive, but what we want to do is actually play the psychological game here. So for example, if we are here just outside of Mersing, he's going to be like, right, okay, he's 1 hex away from Mersing, he's going to invade. As far as he can tell, he knows that there are going to be transports here. He knows there's transports here. What's the slowest ship? And that's a good point, actually. We could potentially be there in the forward turn, couldn't we? The issue is this, well, then again, 10 knots. Let's take a look then if we take this ship out of here. That's a very good point there. Let's take a look then. So we'll take out the slowest ship then. That's a good suggestion. He might be inclined to send 4C together with all the heavy cruisers in the area. See, that is what I would do. That's exactly what I would do. And in my opinion, I think it would be the boldest move he could make, but I think it would ultimately be the move that would be the smart one, the right one on his part. Okay, let's just make this a support, I guess, would probably take the AMC. Right. There we go, 10 knots. Let's take a look then. So this is just a... what is this? Is this just a minesweeper? Minesweeper coastal, okay. Let's take a look then. Yeah, that one there. Now you're carrying about just under 300 troops. You, okay. We'll take you out as well, then. Just to see what it's like. So then, 18, how you doing, my friend? We've not had much happen. We're only about 20 minutes into the stream, roughly. Well, about 19 minutes into the stream. And what we're doing at the moment is we're taking a look at the Mersing Task Force. And now, due to the suggestion of Blackstar there, he actually has rightly pointed out, well, I assume he, I don't know if he's a he. I mean, if you're she, then I do apologise. Either or, whatever. Yes, due to the suggestion there, it has been raised that perhaps... Why is this only... Okay, this is strange, I should have... Right. Okay. New task force. I'll just go with cargo, perhaps? On amphibious. It might be locked amphibious with having troops on board. Yeah, there we go. Sweet. Okay. So we'll take that out. So that's obviously 290 troops removed from the initial landings. But that doesn't particularly matter much. Okay, so we take a look at this then. So, the slowest ship here in the flotilla would be now, yeah, 11. Okay. Oh, gee. Okay. So I'm just used to the internet. I'm just used to assuming that everybody on the internet is male. I mean, I know for sure I'm not male, but... Okay, let's take a look at that then. Right. It's not looking too particularly different, but we'll try that on full speed, see how it would go on. So at full speed, yeah, we'd arrive much in the same location. That's fine, Ben. It was a good idea. Would have worked had the speed been a little bit different, but that's fine. So what we'll do then is we'll fold them back in here. Seems the AMC isn't going to play ball, is it? Okay. We'll just give you orders then to go over here to Kutabaru then. Add to something of a decoy, why not? Doesn't matter if it's lost or not, really. But yeah, okay, so let's take a look at this. Sort by type. Okay, so we'll land here. And we will rain down absolute hell on them. I reckon that we could actually subdue this. Even potentially with just 1,000 troops, I reckon it might be subduable. Due to the sheer weight in this bombardment. So there, Saltfish, how you doing, my friend? You haven't missed much, don't worry, we're just talking about the Mersing invasion here. So yeah, we'll carry on here at mission speed, so we'll arrive about here. I think I want him to still be under the potential illusion that I might be heading towards, like, Borneo, for example. Yeah. I don't want to give him a straight heads up. He might think I might be heading towards Kuantan. Yeah, we're definitely hit him hard over here. I'm quite happy about that. We do obviously need to take a look at those squadrons. Did the mighty biplane sink the Congo? No, not yet. Okay. Ryan, I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. Yeah. Nah, I appreciate it. Thanks, Black Star. You know what I do find interesting is actually, where is Force Z? Now, I would guess Singapore. That would be my personal guess. But thinking about it, I have submarines out there by Singapore, so where might he have run to? The last time we saw Force Z was around about this area, roughly. Now, she could have run down here. She very well could have done that. She might have even gone this way, you know. Are you concerned with air covered at Mersing? You actually raised a good point there. I mean, that's another question I just heard as well. Seems everybody's got the good questions today, got the real questions. Okay, so if we take a look at the air cover, what I could do over here then is I could potentially take the Ki-27s, have them sent back over here to Indochina, and then we could have the Ki-43s flown in over here. It's like I could potentially fly them into Kutabaru, but I think I'd rather move Ki-27s to Kutabaru. We don't have much there. Well, actually, no, we do have 7,000 tons of supply, so that would be sufficient enough. Okay, what we're going to do then is... See, I've got the H6Ks, and they're going to be suffering due to the fact that... yeah, I'm actually going to have them flown back into Indochina. I'd rather have them there with aviation support. Yeah, well, don't tell me. Don't tell me, my friend. Okay, has my transportation arrived here? So, the Toro is loading fuel. You're loading... Yeah, here we go. Loading troops. I think that'll take them some time. Okay. Patani. I do have some aviation. No, I don't have any aviation support there, do I? Okay. Unloading. We do have 2 destroyers here as well. Right, we do have these forces which are unloading, of course. Number of destroyer minesweepers and some chasers is very handy as well. Okay. Right, so if we take a look at Singora, you do have the only aviation support here in the area. You do have 20 plus 32, so you do have 52 in total, which is very nice. Obviously, we do require 94 there. And so what we'll do then is we'll actually reduce the number of aircraft in the base, but replace them with better aircraft. Yeah, you look at that, but obviously very close to being at capacity. And so what I'm going to do here then is going to move these guys. So we'll move them. I'll stop using the drop tanks. So at least we'll take a look at the drop tanks in a moment. Okay. What's up there, Carl? How you doing, my friend? You've not missed much. No worry, not missed much. So we'll move these K-27s over here to Kotobaru. Okay, let's take a look at how they're faring with these new conditions. Any enemy subs spotted in the vicinity? Now, I do believe that we did see enemy submarines around about this area. But it's a good point that you raised there. Because the vast majority of the enemy submarines of THG submarines are roughly around here in the Philippines, which is actually rather fun. And you know what, I'm actually not going to look at gift horse in the mouse here. Mouse in the mouth. And now considering that we do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There were a few over here, but we can see here 7 at the moment. These are 7 submarines that aren't here in the East China Sea. So I'm happy about that. I've got to imagine there will be submarines around this area. There are submarines undoubtedly in this area somewhere. I do have submarines over here myself, so the good thing is it's like we do have our submarine blankets over here, which is going to give us some cover. So suppose the worst case scenario of Force Z sallying out from Singapore or nearby to challenge the Mersing invasion is not as bad as it would seem, really. It's like we do have the weight of numbers there, which would probably see us through the actual battle. But considering that we do have a number of submarines in the area as well that would have a good chance at striking at the 2 capital ships, then I feel my chances are pretty good. And in fairness, it probably would be quite lovely to see those ships destroyed. But of course, we also do have our naval bombers flying out from Saigon as well, so we always have that going for us too. Okay. Again, let's take a look at the actual air over here then. So, apparently we do have some aviation support over here then. So 8 aviation support required is 40. Okay, I can manage that for the time being. Of course, this is damage, which is not making it any better. The date is up here, so it's only the 11th of December 1941. Not much time has passed here. Not ships, I'm looking... Yeah, there we go. So this could handle a much larger amount of airplanes. Okay. Has this been reflected here, this change? Yes, aviation support requires only 52 now, so these guys would actually be serviced quite nicely. But what we're going to do then is we are going to transfer these squadrons back to Indochina. Now, of course, we might lose some of these planes on the trip across again, but we should be okay. So I'll move them over here for the time being, and then we'll move them to where they need to be. At the end of the day, these squadrons, I don't think they've seen particularly much in the way of combat. But they will have pilots that we can obviously transfer into Ki-43s or better aircraft at later dates. I could even have them training while they're there, to be fair. Okay, so let's take the Ki-43s. Okay, using drop tanks. Right, so I'm going to have you transferred over here to Singora. There we go, terrific. And we'll take the other squadron of the Ki-43 1Bs. Transfer you to Singora. Okay. Right. So we do need to edit our orders. But if we take a look at their actual range here that they cover. And these guys over here. They do need that maintenance. I'll have them transfer to Patani here for the moment. Right. So they're not able to transfer due to obviously being under maintenance. So they can't fly at the moment. That's fine. We'll manage with them. So let's see here. 2 of them were damaged on the trip across, that's fine. So their range is more than sufficient. So if we take a look at this then. So, well, we'll do it like this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Let's take a look at that then. So I'm looking about here. Yeah, that's right. Terrific. Yeah, we'll put them on combat air patrol. At the moment, they're on long-range combat air patrol. Task Force C shall be in Tokyo by Christmas. He bloody wishes. Okay. Using drop tanks. Using drop tanks. Okay. Yep, the entire squadron made it across there without any issues. What is the aviation support looking like? Let's take a look over here then at the actual base. I'd imagine it's obviously increased. Not too bad, actually. Not too bad. Okay, that's something I can manage there. Obviously, we would like to increase the amount of aviation support over here. I mean, we do have a number of aircraft tenders here. Good to see. Let's load their tenders here. Okay. 20,000 feet. Right, we're not going to have them to rest for the moment. No. Long-range combat air patrol. Probably the best bet. We'll have them run 30%. Or perhaps 40%. And I could have it 50% and perhaps we run a little bit hotter at 60. What do you guys reckon then? Do we run with a larger patrol to begin with? Considering, well then again, this is it, isn't it? The air activity over Malaya has been rather subdued. We have seen obviously attacks on our ships, but we haven't seen much else in that way. So I do wonder here, do we want to go for broke? Or do we want to just be a little bit more conservative here? When you click on the squadron, the black circle shows you the normal range, and the grey circle shows you the maximal range, operational with drop tanks. Yeah, that's true. See, I wish I didn't have to click on them. Sometimes it clicks off. But yeah, there we go. So, when can you rebuild those AVs to light carriers? That's a good point. I don't think aircraft auxiliary tenders can be upgraded to carriers or converted to carriers. No, it's the seaplane carriers that can be. Mate, I'd rather you not tell me. Honestly, I really don't want to know. We'll find it. We'll find it. From what we can summarize here, or surmise, his response to my raids over here has been lacking. He's not responded. So, we know that, I mean, we can take a look over here. So, apparently, there's about 60 fighters, 55 bombers, 5 auxiliary, from what we can see. Yeah, we know, yeah, as you say there, Mark, we know the attacks are coming from, well, we know the enemy's air force is coming from Singapore. We're all aware of that one. He does have his bombers over here. Well, considering there's a minimal chance he will bomb your airfields, I would put 90% of the squadrons on long-range combat air patrol over Mersing. Yeah. Potentially so. At the end of the day, I think what I'll do then is obviously have them operate in this area. We know he's obviously trying to hit us with his bombers, so it wouldn't be a bad thing. I mean, part of me does wonder, what if we were to strafe the airbase over here? But we can see there supposedly there's only 3 bombers, but I doubt that one. We are aware of larger numbers, supposedly. Go for a larger force, larger numbers on combat air patrol, make the seaplanes and the AV look for Force C. Force C will appear when it appears. I'm not going to have my naval attack bombers really stray beyond this line here. I don't want them to actually get caught up at Singapore. The AA there would actually destroy them. So what we'll do then is we'll have them operate in large numbers then for this initial instance. Take advantage of that. And at the end of the day, he's going to learn to fear the Imperial Japanese Army pilots as well as the naval pilots. So yeah, we'll go with about 80% here. So we'll set all the... Well, yeah, set all the KI-43s, and obviously we'll do the other model here, the 1Bs. And, yep. We can rest them afterwards. Right, there we go. So they're both using drop tanks. We'll give them orders, obviously, over Mersing. And the thing is, I could have them both actually over this Task Force 105. Move the subs near Kota Sharu? Do you mean Barrel? Johor Barrel? I mean, these submarines over here are really there just as a safety net. I don't want to move in any closer than I am right now because I don't want to risk being caught up in minefields. And I don't want to risk being hit by coastal guns. So this works well for me. We do have a solid ring here. These submarines, okay. Yeah, we can move these ones if these are the ones that you're talking about. Yeah, I assume that. Yeah, Kota Blue. Yep, okay. That's fine, we can move these submarines out here then. I'll probably move them a little bit further south towards Mersing. Better give them orders over the task when it reaches Mersing, they'll automatically provide air cover. Yeah, that's a good point. I was just thinking about that myself, to be fair. Okay. So we'll give them orders over Task Force 105. Yeah, 105. There we go. So you should have a rather interesting surprise. Tenno, Haika, Banzai! Indeed. Right. So we do have the 6 RTA. As well as the AA. I do obviously want to move that AA immediately. Okay. So you'll move into Singora. What I could do then, let's see. So, what's the ETA in the Mersing landings? 2 days. They will land on the 13th of December. 12/13th of December. But again, probably it's the 12th of December, isn't it? So the 11th will move here. Yeah, either the 12th or the 13th of December, they will be landed in Mersing. We do have a follow-up invasion over here. I think what we'll do then is, we'll have you run on full speed. Which is only going to be like 10 knots with these guys over here. And at the end of the day, if it means that they will arrive here sooner, then that would be worthwhile. So, let's see, 1, 2... Yeah. That'll take them about, what, 3 days? Potentially 4 days at maximum push. But at least when they do arrive, the numbers will be there to really put the fear of God into THC in this area. I know I'm going a lot of detail over this one particular area here, but it is going to be worthwhile. This is where a lot of the action is. What we'll do then is we'll change the actual patrol patterns of the submarines over here. I'm going to run a little bit further, a little bit closer. Actually, no. Yeah, let's say about here somewhere. About there. That's good then. Okay, so they might arrive on the 12th then. That's fine by me. We can't make them go any faster. We have tried ditching the slower transports, but that's about as much as we can manage. Okay, the other submarine must be given orders. I'll have this one patrol towards this central area. About here, give or take. Of course, once we do land over here at Mersing and actually do take the objectives I would like to take, then we can spread these submarines out through the Java Sea or potentially elsewhere. I mean, the thing is, I've agreed to run by the rules of I can't move into straight to Malacca unless I've taken Singapore. So, I mean, even if I was to move into straight Malacca, I'd probably take coastal gunfire here. So up there, no name. How you doing, my friend? I'm really liking this. Missed most of the stream, which has already been gone through. So what's been done by this phase? Mate, if you've ever been in one of my streams, you should know it takes me about 40 to 50 minutes to even get going on these things. You've not missed much, mate. You've not missed much. We're just talking about our orders here in Malaya. Now, what I want to take a look then, so we've obviously moved the KI-43s over here. Can we get some bombers to cover the enemy submarines near the Philippines? Well, I don't really need to bother. I don't need to be bothered about that at the moment. My anti-submarine warfare capabilities aren't exactly cracking at the moment, so frankly, if he feels that they're not being attacked, and that they're actually serving a purpose, I'm happy with that one. Frankly, at the end of the day, I do have a significant number of destroyers over here to cover my force, and my force has already arrived here. So the base here will fall next turn. Taking the objectives. TOAW4, I forget, I know which game you're meaning, but I forgot the name of it. See, I've only ever tried a little bit of it, I've never really been able to get into it much, but I don't know, I might have to give it a good go. Okay, so we do have our landings over here, so that's good. We did take 108 casualties here from the B-17 raid, that was rather rough. We do have plenty of engineers here, plenty of engineers. Okay, so Diligent, how you doing, my friend? Yeah, that's great, man, I'm glad, I'm really glad about that. I mean, what I wanted to do here is obviously get everybody in the, everyone who's a patron into the actual patron subgroup on the Discord. Like, I've actually got the first set of rewards finished. I just actually need to go pick them up and start sending them out. So what I'll be doing soon is obviously getting in contact with each of my patrons and obviously asking for permission. If I can send something. I don't want to just send something and be like, oh my god, somebody's sending me a bloody letter bomb. But look how many of that are at least a sub-chaser. Yeah, I mean, we can go with the sub-chasers. I mean, the DDs obviously do need to protect the port landing there, but once we do have that under control, then we can definitely start hunting them. It's pretty cool to watch both sides of the campaign and see what strategies both of you are employing and how they're playing out. Yeah, that's the awesome part. So yeah, I'd absolutely love to watch it. But obviously I can't, as it would be unfair. I will very much look forward to watching it in the far future. I think it'll be really, really interesting. Thanks there, Cranium. Love the content. Have you ever completed the game, by the way? Nope, not a game of War Pacific. Then again, I suppose if you count one of the actual smaller campaigns, then yeah, probably. I mean, this is it. It's like with this campaign, if it was to go from 1941 to 1945, yeah, mate, I'd be, what, 26, 27 by that time? It's a long time. But I'm good with that, you know. I'm good with that. If this takes years to do, I'm good with that. I think it'd be amazing. I think it'd be a hell of a project. Yeah, I can send you some nudes there, Zell. Might blind you, but I can send those. Okay, so let's take a look at the Philippines here, then. As we do have our strengthened invasion force over here. Now, of course, what we need to do is we actually need to land our... well, start landing our supplies. We do have... yeah, 38,000 tons of supply here, so yeah, no issues on that one. So your DDs kind of suck with anti-submarine warfare, the sub-chasers are better. Oh, of course they are, yeah, that's very true. And now remember, you could make him pay dearly if he tries to send surface ships to interfere with the Mersing invasion. Yeah, that's exactly true. I mean, we do have the weight of fire to actually win a surface engagement. He may reinforce Force Z, but we do have a lot of ships there. Considering that we have 2 capital ships and obviously all the heavy cruisers. The fact that our torpedoes are by far more superior as well. Not to mention the naval bombers as well is quite nice. Yeah. Trust me, it's not going to be me who ends this. If it ends, I will go until the end. How many G3Ms, G4s do you have in range of Mersing? Well, I don't need the bomber support. Trust me, I don't need it over there. It would be just risking the wrath of those fighters in the area. See, I've been quite happy in the fact that I've been actually been able to hit Quantan. Let's take a look. Okay. We did take some hits there at Wake, but those are tiny. I'm very happy that we did take Wake. Wake could have been a pain in the arse, but taking it on the first time round is going to be very, very nice. Hopefully it'll scare THG a little bit. Right, we did actually torpedo the Gertrude Kellogg. It would have been nice to have seen that go down, but she's on fire and heavily damaged. She'll go pretty rough. Perhaps if you put a bit of effort into it, you would complete it. It's not like it's that much more complicated than an arcade game. I'm not going to be lazy, mate. It's just a sheer amount of time that these games take. I mean, the previous series, it's one of these things. It's like I did 2 series previously. And frankly, it's like I do have a single-player one, but I think the thing is, it's like, I don't know, I need to think about it. Because it's like the play-by-email series I'm doing so far has so much more to it than the single-player one. I've just learned things since playing the single-player. And I've been able to learn things, obviously, since starting this play-by-email. So obviously I've been able to put that into practice. We have everything set up as we like, and I don't know, it's one of these things. I think I'm probably focusing more on the play-by-email because at the end of the day, I can put everything I've learned into this game, and we are facing a human opponent. It's significantly more interesting. Okay. Right. Trying to find... Yeah, see, I found that interesting. The captain of I-124 likes not to launch torpedoes at his target. And it looks like a Chinese thing, so I can't blame him. It's very small. Oh dear. So it's going to be interesting. It's like, I didn't stream yesterday because I was down at a police college in Coventry yesterday. Bloody hell, I had to be up at 4 o'clock in the morning. We started off at 4:30, got there at 6:30. I didn't have, like, the actual thing until, like, 8:10. Oh, that was a long day. Long day. So I was just too tired to stream yesterday. Interview tomorrow, so that should be interesting. I might actually be able to get a job when I might be working UK International, so that'd be interesting. I think if I did do that, I'd probably invest in like a decent laptop and just do it while I was abroad or something, not working. Okay, you do realise that this game will take years? Yeah, pretty much. It's like every single day. But I'm happy with that, you know, I think it'd be fantastic. Okay, so let's take a look at this. So, the morning and air attack on Clark is not the one I'm looking for. I'm looking for the one in Quanton. Possibly so. Right. Where is it? Ah, here we go. Okay, so this has proved to be quite nice. Now, we've actually managed to hit this bloody hard, and he's not had any fighter response, which is rather intriguing. And would it be faster to fight and administrate the actual Second World War? Possibly so. Very Oh dear. Okay, so yeah, there's definitely quite a few potential bombers there, but I'm going to have to call off these attacks. I think the thing is, it's like it's one of these, isn't it? It's like twice bitten... What was it? Once bitten, twice shy. He's been twice bitten, thrice shy. So it's one of these things. It's like I can only keep this up so much longer before he will have something. But then again, I'd have the KI-43s in the area, wouldn't I? Ooh, that's interesting. I might have one of the squadrons actually dedicated to Quanton. What do you guys reckon then? Should we divert one of the squadrons? I could have one of the KI-27 squadrons actually potentially run that route, but I think I'd rather have the KI-43s considering their range. But we could continue with the actual raid here at Quanton. It's like, at the end of the day, I think we've been very lucky in the fact that we managed to hit it and not take any losses. But the thing is, if we continue with this, I could actually potentially destroy every single bomber on the ground. And that is going to be quite a big victory there, as those bombers are something that's obviously going to be out of the picture. I think what I'm going to do is actually elect to take one of the squadrons. I think 30 will be fine over here. Yeah, I'm going to take one of the squadrons. We'll cover Quanton. Ah, bloody wish I knew how to pronounce this stuff. I'm not going to strafe the airfield. The reason for that is I don't want to actually invite AA fire. Right, I'll take the 28, and they will target Quanton. Fuck me, 1 second, I'm just gonna like Google this. How the hell do I actually say this? I mean, obviously this isn't great, but I'd rather go by what Google says. So let's take a look.
Quanton.
Well, I've been fucking saying it wrong. Quanton. Okay, one more.
Quanton.
Okay, Quanton. Completely different to what I was saying, but I'll go with that one. So, Quanton. Right. So we'll continue the raids over here at Cotobrú. Sorry, not Cotobrú. Quanton. That's fine by me. Right, I'm going to take the 133rd. 43rd. They're going to head over here to Victoria Point and take the actual base there. At Burma, we do have troops on the move over here to Chiang Mai. Oh, excuse me. Hiccup there. I need to take Rangoon. So the 2nd RTA division is on its way north there. Right, let's actually take a look at the ground movements here, then we can move on from Malaya to elsewhere. Obviously I do need to reorganize these and actually take a look at what we have and what it's doing. But if we take a look over here then, so it's Singora. So there, Dictator, how you doing, my friend? You've not missed too particularly much. We've basically gone over our deployments over here. We've combined the Sundray force with the actual landing, so they will arrive potentially on the 12th or the 13th of December, most likely the 12th of December, and we'll land here. We've sped up the actual Mersing invasion, so we are looking at potentially within the next 2 to 3 days about about 10,000 troops here at Mersing. So ideally we take that. I think this is going to be a fucking hell of a bombardment, man. Yeah, I reckon that's going to be a hell of a bombardment. Let's actually take a look at the numbers here. So we have 2 battleships, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 heavy cruisers. Those are some big guns. Those are some big guns. That's going to hurt. That's going to bloody hurt. Oh, excuse me, I've got a bit of a cold there. I think this is a bad idea considering he pulled all his fighters to Singapore. I doubt he cares about the airfield in Kuantan. Actually, Kuantan. Those 43 should cover the task force from torpedo biplanes. We do have one squadron already on that task. We do have a significant amount of AA firepower here. The thing is, we've already been attacked by the task force. Sorry, the torpedo bombers. Like, yes, I'm taking a risk, but considering the fact they've managed to survive without the air cover, having some air cover, they'll be fine. I think it is most definitely worthwhile to destroy these bombers. Did you find out if morale from taking or losing important places was in the game? I don't think it's in the game. I don't think it's modelled in the game. I don't think it particularly matters. Yeah, I don't think it particularly matters. Okay. Right, so let's organise ourselves. What do we have over here then? So we do have a number of forces moving out. I think these forces have finally been unloaded so I can actually start particularly moving them. Have you considered that possibility that force may show up to ruin your day? Yes, definitely. Definitely been considering that one. The thing is, that is the move I would take. But we do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 submarines in this immediate area. If you was actually to come from Singapore, we do have another 5 submarines over here. And we are moving an additional 2 submarines down here to this area as well. So I think at the end of the day, he's going to have to run the gauntlet of our submarines over here. And we do have significantly more warships than he can possibly have in Singapore. At least as far as I'm aware. I don't know what he actually has there. Could be more, could be less. No, I'm going to take the risk. I think it'll work out fine. I think it will be fine. We do have a significant amount of AA cover there. And at the end of the day, he's going to be going for my battleships rather than anything else. I think we'll be fine. I think I think 30 fighters will definitely be able to do this. Of course, not all 30 will be out there, but I think it will be enough air cover. I think taking Kuantan will be fine. No, don't worry about this. At the end of the day, every suggestion is worthwhile to discuss. It's like, I can see why. It's like, yes, we are going to be running a risk here by obviously reducing the amount of fighter cover, but I think as far as it's gone, judging from how it has been in the last few turns, they've not had air cover and they've survived. I think they will definitely survive with the air cover. We have a significant amount of warship here. I think it will be fine. Trust me. But the thing is, we've had 2 runs over here, which have been unopposed. There is a possibility he may oppose it. I'm sure there will be people on his side saying, look mate, you need to move fighters to oppose the bombers at Kuantan. You need to do it. So if I have some actual escort cover, then at least that risk is lowered. And frankly, these bombers can't move. So the thing is, I can continue to pound the airfield. Lungs of Bronze 4. Oh dear. I'd use the 27s, but I don't think their range is really great. But I'll have them really just on like a combat air patrol. Escort, have them use the drop tanks, so they do have fair range, so they should be able to cover this area. So their range would allow them to cover the actual ships over here, so at the end of the day, they may serve to help out in both. So that's fine. Okay, so let's actually take a look at what we're doing here. What was the BBs doing? They looked as if they were moving off. So the thing is, we saw Force Z around this area, but we've since lost sight of them. We don't see anything here as far as we're aware. So he's potentially either run back to Singapore, he's potentially ran down here to the Java Sea, or he's potentially moving towards the Philippines, and we've lost sight of him. But we'll deal with that as it comes. I think it's terribly exciting that 4C is alive. I really do like it. I'm glad they're alive because it's going to be fun. Okay, so. What do I have on its way to Singora right now? So the artillery regiment is on the move. The infantry on the move as well. What else do we have here? We have the 1st tank regiment, which is on the move. Okay, you actually need to be set to move. Our BBs are moving towards Mersing. They're actually with the cover force. They're actually the cover force, I should say. Right, move. In my game, you would have subs to contend with due to the Philippines Asiatic Fleet clairvoyance. Half of these subs are set to intercept. Don't worry, mate. I'm sure everything's okay. Right. Following the 11th. Okay, we'll go here then. We'll go to the 11th Regiment, which is here. Tell them all to follow. Set all to follow. Okay. So we are moving all our troops here from Singora. So Singora does not have a garrison need, which is fantastic. So that will mean that we are moving here. 7,000 infantry. 10,000 second line. Okay, 469 assault value. Now, what we could do here then is, if we take a look at this then, so let's remember the hotkeys. Right, so if we take a look at this actual terrain, we have jungle, 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 jungle. We do have clear though, then clear terrain here, and then jungle. So I think what we want to take a look at then is possibly moving. Let's see, we have the 6th RTA division here. I could have them move to Kotobaru via the rail network. That's obviously going to be significantly faster than moving here. So if I have them move to the city of Kotobaru, or the town of Kotobaru, whatever the hell you want to call it, the base of Kotobaru. Have them begin to march down here. I mean, ideally what I'd like to do is obviously secure Taiping and secure Kuala Lumpur. And then ideally if things go well and he actually doesn't oppose me, then I'd be able to have control of the rail network here. Well, this is it. I don't think he'll be expecting it, and if he's expecting it, I don't think he's going to be able to do much about it. I don't think he's really had the time. From what I can read of his movements, it doesn't look as though that is something he's expecting. At the end of the day, he's dealing with forces over here to the north. I think that's taken his attention. So, landing, I mean, we have quite a number of troops. So it's like in the first wave, we only have a small force of just over 1,000 troops, which is just simply there to get men ashore and actually to start the conflict. And then, potentially a day later, we'll have, obviously, just under 9,500 troops. And then I believe we potentially have a third wave. Somewhere. Or not. Okay, no to a third wave. We don't need the third wave. I think we combined what would have been the third wave. So there, Blinson. So, hello there, ladies and gentlemen. This is our Blinson, otherwise known as the Battle Group Gamer. I think I got that right. Feel free to check him out. He obviously does do some pretty fantastic content. And I'm trying to force him to start recording, because I know he stopped for a while. And I need company. So, you need to record, man. When and if your invasion goes well, will you go north or go for Singapore? We'll bypass Singapore, depending on what the actual conditions are. I mean, I'd have to get a good amount of force here to Johor Bahru before I even attempted it. And frankly, I'd like to actually have air supremacy over Singapore. I think at the end of the day, it's like Singapore is incredibly important in the area, but I don't want to overextend to a take, and I don't want to take massive losses when I could actually take the things that matter. Resources and oil. That is what we need. This is what we need from the Dutch East Indies to keep the Japanese imperial economy going. We don't need Singapore to survive. We need those resources. We need those oils. Well, that oil. I mean, probably what I would do is look at landing over here at Osthaven. Potentially Osthaven, potentially some other base. I think it would be rather too bold to go here towards Palambang. I think that'd be too well defended, potentially mined. But we might consider it. It might even be worthwhile doing. For example, I could potentially run some destroying minesweepers over here to... I mean, this is it. I don't think it has... I don't think it'll have much in the way of coastal guns. It's not a fortress like Singapore. So we might be able to actually run some destroying minesweepers just to the outskirts there of Palambang's port. And if we actually cleared a significant number of mines, we could even potentially run the risk of landing there directly. Though that would have to be decided. Right. Exactly. Yeah, another person there to troll the swordfish means. Okay. What do you guys reckon then? So we have 7,000 troops here, well, frontline troops moving. Why not ignore Singapore and just head to India? He would never expect it. I've agreed to him that I will not pass the Strait of Malacca unless I take Singapore. Okay, what I'm going to do here then is I'm going to take the 6th RTA Division. Now, the 6th RTA Division consists of 2,181 frontline infantry and 1,685 second line. But what we'll have them do is they're going to head over here to Singora. Yep, they're going to head to Singora. The thing is with Singora, let's take a look over here. So it does produce resources, it does have light industry and heavy industry, so it could potentially keep itself going for some time. I'm not entirely sure how long it would take to potentially starve. I think, as far as I'm aware, if you have units on a hex, enemy units on the hex where you have your industry, it does not produce. So if that's the case, we'd have to obviously run the risk, we'd have to run the gauntlet of attacking Singapore. But we could try to starve them out that way. But it's a massive commitment of supplies. Well, it's a massive commitment of resources, really. Have you seen evidence of THG setting up for resisting the side invasion? If not, you could group the first and second waves together. See you later, Swordfish. Have a good one, my man. We could group them together, but I'm not going to group them together. It's like... Yes, he does have 6 times their number there at Mersing, but I do think the actual bombardment will be enough to make sure that they can actually land. I don't expect them to take Mersing, but I need them there to actually contest Mersing. And the thing is, obviously, like, it's like, yeah, sure, if I do that, he's going to obviously realise what's going on, he's going to start moving troops that way. But the thing is, if I waste that time, I think this is about time, really. I need to do this before he moves troops either into Malaya or out of Malaya. So I need to do this as soon as possible. And I think doing this as soon as possible would actually start... I mean, end of day would cut these guys off from supply. Potentially so. Potentially so. Okay. Yeah, I think that's the best thing. I think taking the risk. At the end of the day, if they die, it's only 1,000 men. That's fine. We have 9 times their number arriving a day or 2 later at most. So I'm good with that. We do have a significant amount of bombardment power here, so I think taking the risk of Mersing is going to be needed. That, and what we have to remember here is we're not just playing an AI. We are playing a thinking, feeling person. And that means that we can play a psychological game here as well. It seems you have about 2 months to capture Singapore if you want to do better than in real life. Yeah, well, that's plenty of time to be fair. Do you think he'll try to evacuate the whole peninsula? My worst fear is that he actually moves everything to Singapore. If he moves everything to Singapore, it's going to make taking Singapore a bloody nightmare. I mean, it's going to be difficult, but I don't want to make it any more difficult. I don't want it to be any more difficult. So it's like we saw those potentially, what, somewhere in the region of around 23,000 troops over here in Malaya. So taking this railroad here... Well, I mean, Mersing and then taking this here. I would love to take Johor Bahru, but I can't. I'd have to pass through the port over here. Relaxing voice. Oh dear. I just have, like, one tone. I'm so happy with the new microphone, though. So happy. Oh dear. I'll tell you what, if I get a house next year, it's like I'm going to make sure I have a room just dedicated to recording, like, you know, that soundproofing shite and all that malarkey. Maybe investing in being able to edit. Because I really do 0. I do absolutely nothing in the way of editing. Yeah, which is kind of poor really, isn't it? But I will. Okay, so we have a 6 RTA that's going to be heading to a low star. I think what we'll do then with the additional forces is I'd rather use... I mean, let's take a look at the quality then of the RTA divisions. So the Royal Thai Army. Their experience and morale is only 25-25. Okay, so it's not great, is it? Right, what we'll do then is we'll take the 1st RTA division. And they're going to head to Cotopaxi. Yeah, Cotopaxi. 414 miles. If this is indeed miles, might be kilometers, but I'm going to go with miles. Okay, we have additional assets over here. Yes! Look at all these bad boys. Right, okay. Oh, this is great. What we're going to do then is, these guys are currently heading to Singora. What we're going to do instead is we're going to have them head to Cotopaxi. Now, if I have them head to Cotopaxi, true, the airfield is damaged, but the capacity is much higher than Singora. So we'll have them all head to Cotopaxi, and we should be able to get that airfield back in action really quickly. With significantly higher aviation support as well. Superb. Okay. Let's check and make sure that they're all heading to the right direction, but look at that, 552. Yeah, Cotopaxi, fantastic. Right. This is great, this is great. Yeah, pretty sure it's miles. I don't know how many miles I can cover in a day, but I reckon it'll only take them about 2 days to get to Cotopaxi, if that. So they're going to head to Cotopaxi. Okay, yeah, then we have additional forces here that are going to also head to Cotopaxi. We'll make Cotopaxi our main airfield in the area for the time being, until we take Singapore, of course, or something larger. Hello there, Ravenholm. How you doing, my friend? The hexes are set to be in 40-mile widths. Yes, I'm going to assume it's, like, actually miles then. That's cool to know. Okay. You're heading... yeah, Cotopaxi. Cotopaxi. Awesome. Do I need a garrison here? No. Right. What do we have here in terms of force then? We do have 700 troops. There is this garrison over here at Magoo, Yai, whatever the hell you call it. So what I'm going to do is actually start heading there with these troops. I need to take anything that is a threat to the Thailand to Malaya rail. Okay, start planning for the base here. Also, it would be nice to have bases on this side, in the Andaman Sea. Okay, so we have additional assets over here. Most importantly, we have the Imperial Guard Division, which is an extremely powerful force. Now, the thing is, how many troops do we need to take this side of Malaya? If we take a look at it then. So we have jungle. I mean, this is clear, but I'm not going to be taking George Point. This is it. Is he actually going to stay in Georgetown? Sorry. I doubt it would take much to take anyway, and it's clear terrain. So we'd have to go through here, let's see, 1, 2, 3. Well, technically here as well, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 hexes before we actually reach clear terrain, and then obviously clear terrain would allow us to move significantly faster. Now, is that clear or jungle? That looks like jungle, so... yeah, the terrain that matters is on the coastline. So I think what we'll do then is we'll actually head with the main strength to Cotopaxi, as we'll only have 1, which is actually clear. This is clear. Okay, so 1 clear hex. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're going to head to Cotopaxi via rail, and then we'll march down this way. I think that'll be significantly faster. Which is what we want. We want speed. That is what we want right now. So we'll take all these artillery and armor. I suppose the headquarters as well, apparently on its way. Fuck it, why not? The headquarters can head to Singora. Everybody else can head to Cotopaxi. Actually, fuck it. Let's make it go to Cotopaxi. Fuck it, we'll do it live. Okay. Right, Cotopaxi. That is 644 miles. Set all to follow to Cotopaxi. Superb. Yeah, so actually going to Cotopaxi will save us a lot of time. JR is jungle, rough terrain. So it's pretty awful then, isn't it? Okay. Want to avoid the JR if you can, yeah. I mean, this is it. It would be nice to avoid it. But I don't think we have that luxury, to be fair. So this is why it's important to actually win here at Mersing and then take Johor and this area here. Because if I can actually connect the rail lines, then I can actually move without having to march through this. Okay. So that is those movement orders. Airfield construction, yep, we'll have you march out. Pack up and march out. I'll have you head to Singapore, as you have some aviation support there as well. So there, Honores, how you doing, my friend? So there, Rez, how you doing? How you doing? It's good to see you, my friend. Right, first RTA. You're moving to Kotoburu. Right, bugger it with Kotoburu. I'm going to have these troops head to Singapore, and then we can reinforce that side of the peninsula with the Royal Thai Army troops. I mean, half of me is thinking, right, maybe I should actually send them to Burma. But I'd rather send better troops. So the second RTA is moving to Chiang Mai. I do have additional forces marching to, well, moving to Chiang Mai. Below Riley in the flesh. You're moving to Singapore. Right, no, you're going to head to Chiang Mai instead. I think these additional forces are going to head to Chiang Mai instead. In bed so lurking. Oh, you're ill? Oh, mate. I'm sorry to hear about that. Okay, so we'll have eventually 4 Royal Thai Army divisions there. Not a huge amount of men, but it's enough that it should be able to cause issues for THG in this area. Okay, so let's take a look at the actual aircraft over here. So I do have this squadron here. So we have 17 Ki-27Bs on escort duties. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have them just run some training here. Might as well. I think I'd rather get... I'd get more from that. Okay. So I'll have them train. We'll train for sweep. I don't think I have that many on sweep. There we go. Don't use drop tanks. So these guys need more pilots. Right. Reconnaissance at the moment of Kotoburu. So what I'm going to do then is actually have that reconnaissance run over... So have it run over Kuala Lumpur. I'd like to actually learn some information there. Okay, you're on naval search. There's only 2 of you though, so I'm going to have you run reconnaissance instead. No, but again, no, just naval search. I know it's not a lot of them, but just one aircraft out there, searching's always going to be worthwhile. Right. We'll have these Ki-27s just start training, really. They do have a lot of fatigue there, so it wouldn't be a bad idea. Okay, yeah, start training. I just don't think these Ki-27s are really up to the task of fighting B-17s or anything. So, why bother? Right, training. Yep, escort. I do need more pilots. At least better pilots. So this isn't a bad idea. There we go. Tell them to stop using drop tanks. Terrific. Okay. Kuantan. You're lacking pilots. We have 21 pilots. I'll get another pilot here. Okay. Well, no, it's not really a lot of fatigue, is it? It's not all, but... Right. So we'll continue with the airfield attack. Reconnaissance over Mersing here. Well, I'm going to leave them on random for the time being. Right, I don't think you have the range. Or do you have the range? Yeah, they're damaged, aren't they? Okay, we'll just have them stand down for the time being. Well, naval surge, but I'll have them on 100% rest. Transports as well here. Need to find a way to use them. Right, KI-51s, yeah, they're training. You're also training. Well, you will be, but you're all on maintenance, aren't you? So we'll have them train. Have them train for... let's see here, ground attack, I guess. An airfield attack is probably a good one. Airfield attack. There we go. Yeah, you're training too. Actually, no, I do need them to be at that right altitude. Fuck it, what am I doing here? Yeah. Fuck. Ah, bugger out. Ah, bugger to be right. Right, we do have some A6M2 zeros here. These guys are great. Fatigue. He's getting up there at 32, isn't it? Let's see. I'd like these on a carrier, to be honest. That would be nice. I resize you. No. I'll have them target Task Force 105. Yeah, we'll have them target Task Force 105. So the addition here of A6M2s would be welcome. Right, A5 M4s. Yeah, they're not going to do anything, are they? So training. Naval search. Fatigue is up there. I mean, they are set to rest, so they will rest. Okay, the G-freeze. So... Can I not enlarge these, Right, change it to 12 in April 44. Fuck me, that's a long time away, isn't it? Can't resize you. Let's increase this to 50% now. So currently you're running ground attack. Seems a little bit wasteful. I think what I'll do then is I'll have them transferred over to here. Check the altitude on the zeros. Yeah, I'll double check that in a moment then. Okay, so I'm going to have you instead run airfield attack. And we'll have them hit the air base over here then. Just rack up the numbers of bombers there, why not? Okay, so just quickly go and check on the A6M2 altitude. Ah, right, okay. Bomb that up there to 20,000 feet. It's been working very well for us so far. But there will be a point at which he will change this. Okay, so the issue is that these guys just... They don't have the range here to reach Clark. Don't think. I mean, what they have here at Georgetown doesn't look worthwhile. I'd rather have them continue to search this area here. Right. I-124. Yeah, I'm going to have them run random here for the moment. If they find a actual target, then they will attack it anyway. We take a look here then. Yeah. If they find a target, they will attack it here anyway. That's fine. All of this tremendous success, but don't forget what the enemy is doing on the west coast. Why don't you go for 25k feet? Well, what we'll do then is I'll just show you here. So we have our aircraft, of course. Let's take a look at the planes. Aircraft data, sorry, is what I'm looking for. So, at 10,000 feet and below, they have 33 maneuverability. 10,000 to 15,000 feet, 33. At 16,000 to 20,000 feet, they have 27. We still have the advantage over the American P-40s. But what I like about this altitude is the fact that THG currently seems to be running around this band of altitude here. So when we're above him, we actually do get a drop on him. We actually drop in and dive on him and attack him from behind. So that's why we're running at 16 to 20, well 20,000 feet really. Then the beauty is obviously once we drop down to attacking them at about 15,000 feet give or take, we are running then at our higher maneuverability anyway. That's why we're running at 20,000 feet. And that's where we run our bombers from, mostly. They come out at night, mostly. Right, you're training. 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 Okay, fine. Fine by me. Have we hit a Commandant Bay? Yeah, we have more KA-27s. I'm going to have them on train. Fuck it. Might as well up that number. Can't remember what altitude to have them train here, but that should be fine. These medium bombers are also on naval attack, but I think what I'm going to do here is I'm really going to up the ante against Kwanton. I think that would be worthwhile just to really... And the thing is, I'm knocking out bombers over here to Kwanton. I really am. So I think we should continue this. What are we looking at here in terms of aviation support? Okay. Aviation support is 219, required is 139, so yeah, we have more than ample room here, which is amazing. So, if we take a look at the airfield, you can handle a couple more planes. What I could do is I can move out a KI-27 squadron quite easily. How many planes do we have here? We have 31. What I'll do then is I'm going to transfer the squadron. Yeah, look at that, they have 11 plane in reserves, that's fantastic. Right, have you here? Have you run airfield attack at the actual airbase itself? I'm really going to pick this up now. "10,000 feet. Am I running at 10,000 feet? What altitude am I running here? 10,000 feet. Why am I running 10,000 feet? Yeah, I can't, I'm going to say he knows. I'm going to say he knows that by now. He must know. Somebody will definitely tell him. It's going to be one big crater. Yes, it's going to be one big crater made of Blenheim bombers, which is great. The thing is, we've actually drawn blood there, so those damaged bombers are sitting ducks. They can't go nowhere. So I need to destroy them while they're on the ground and damaged. What do you guys reckon then? Should we run at 20,000 feet? Because I can't for the life of me think of why I'd be running at 10,000 feet. I don't think there's any particular advantage considering the fact that we're just dropping dumb bombs on them. If we were like running a naval attack, then yeah, I can understand below altitude, but I think 20,000 feet is just, yeah, fuck it, go for 20,000 feet. And today, if there's any enemy fighters, it's going to give them a little bit more advantage. Yeah, we'll do that then. I'm going to put some rest here though. So set all bombers to have at least 10% of the squadron on rest. When you're done show aces, I will definitely do that. I think the thing is, even if he does actually get wise to my tactics, it's worked well enough so far. There's a significant number of actual aircraft around here. But the thing is, we are burning through them. And this airfield has supposedly 42% damage. But this is his largest airfield in the Philippines as far as I'm aware. And taking that down is going to be fantastic. Okay. The accuracy decreases from the higher you drop. Okay, I suppose we'll go with 10,000 feet then. Yeah, we'll go with 10,000 then. That makes sense. I suppose that higher altitude, so that higher accuracy would be nice. We're going to keep running 20,000 over here to Clark. Due to that, but obviously there's a lot of resistance there, so being at a lower altitude would make them mincemeat. But over here, yeah, we'll run at 10,000 feet then. That's fine. Okay, so that is everything done over here in this area. What do we have here? Just reconnaissance. Okay. I'm going to have them run naval search in this area, actually. There we go, naval search. Yep, okay. So everything is done over here at Malaya and Indochina. I don't have anything else to do in this area. Yes, I know I've lost a concerning number of bombers over Clark, but I just think it's worthwhile. I know we're losing a lot of bombers. I know we are. I do think it's worth it. The thing is, if I can deny him this airfield, it is going to help us out in the Philippines. I need to control the skies. So we'll see what the results are of the next turn's attacks. And then we'll decide on, really, are we going to call it off or are we going to continue it? We'll see how it goes next turn. But we've been dealing significant blows to the Air Force, well, to MacArthur's Air Force in the Philippines. Of course, we have lost a lot of fighters, but we haven't lost as many. Well, the highest was 9 last turn. That's the highest. But we'll see. We'll give it one more day, and then we'll see what the actual results are, as to whether we should continue or not. And so what's the end goal for the campaign for UNTHG? Well, for me, it's the ultimate victory. For him, it's the ultimate victory. That's pretty much how it goes there, really. Winning this for the long run. Okay, we do have additional forces moving here. Okay. Should have a cargo out here somewhere. That one? No? Ah, there's a goal to follow-up wave. Interesting. That's a lot of troops. That's a spicy meatball. Okay, I mean that's like near 12,000 troops there. Ooh, interesting. And I could potentially have, what, 20,000 troops there in the Mersing area? I don't think we need that. I assume total victory means complete occupation of the opponent's victories. I mean, it's mostly just a victory points, really. If I could actually, I think there's a point at which I win. I don't know if there's an automatic victory, but it might be. I noticed your combat air patrol of the Philippines doesn't always sink over your bombers, which is a shame. You don't have rugged P-17, so your crews get worked over pretty hard. I think having more, well, additional aviation spots, I think having them actually launched from the same air base is always a good one. It might be down to fatigue as well, which is an issue. I suppose the issue as well is the fact that our fighters are really running to cover the first one. I think we'll go again, and then after this turn, we'll take a look at actually ending it. I just think the results are just worthwhile. It's like, I need to make sure this airfield is knocked out. I mean, the thing is, do we consider changing targets? We could consider changing targets, perhaps. It does worry me about the AA Covenant Manila. Then again, they do have a lot of troops here. A lot of troops here as well, but not as many guns. Does a AA piece count as a gun? So I do have... I do have the AA regiment here. 24 guns. True. Fatigue is not really something to worry about. Okay, so AA does count as guns. So that does make me wonder. I reckon we should probably receive less losses than over Manila, considering that there are less guns here. We might change tack to Manila then. Capacity 3. Capacity 2. Capacity 1. He's moving his troops to Manila. Okay, so he's abandoning this area. Right. Yes, we do have them synced on the altitude. I think there's an auto victory from 1943 if you have enough of a difference. Well, that's fantastic. We could try to aim for that then, really. Right. What do you guys think then? Should we change to attack in Manila? When you do have cover, your fighters seem to do well, killing 2 to 3 to 1. But when you don't, your bombers have sustained 20 to 30% losses. Yeah, something around that region. It will add up, I agree. I just think it's one of these things. I think it is going to seem like a lot of pain right now. But we have got to consider what we're gaining from this. We are subduing the largest airbase in the region. That does mean a lot. At the end of the day, when Clark Airfield is being devastated as it is right now, it means his actual aviation support in the area is lessened. Though I suppose what it might be worthwhile doing then is he's probably transferred it. Yeah, so he doesn't have particularly that much here at... Yeah, most of that's gone. Okay, we'll switch over to Manila then. I think we'll do that. I think that'll be my concession. And we'll see how that goes. Yes, we'll do that then. Okay. Right, we are over capacity here pretty badly. Ah, fuck. I have too many aircraft here. Too many aircraft. And not enough aviation support. Okay, I could actually transfer some additional bombers here, to be fair. What I'll do then is actually transfer the bombers there. Yeah, we'll do that. And then they should actually be able to sync up easier, to be fair, to Takao. Well, from Takao. We'll do that. I think it's actual groups that we have an issue with. Yes. Wait, that's Pescadores. I think I need to transfer additional ones to China, don't I? So if we take a look over here then. So we can take another 2 groups. And we're at 384. Seems bombers obviously do take up more space. That makes sense. Right. You're now ready, actually. So I'm looking for the 8th Sentai Squadron, which is over here. I'll transfer you. You can then obviously recombine with your squadron. I'm looking for Pescadores. There we go. Move you there. The hell are they? Oh, maintenance. Or we might have actually just lost one on their way over there. Fair enough. Shame. Yeah, a lot of these are damaged. And that's the issue here, is the damage. But we are going to change to Manila. We'll target Manila. And then we'll see what the effects are, what the results are. And then afterwards we'll probably give it a go. We'll give it a... well, hold off for a while. Actually allow my planes to recover, I suppose. We can obviously keep running our fighters in the area. Establishing air supremacy. Okay, we'll target Manila. Yep, there we go. I found what you need to have an automatic victory 9-43. One player needs to have 4 times the VPs of the other. Okay, that might be potentially doable. Ah, right, okay. That's fine, then, that's good. That's very good, then. Like, obviously our score here is much lower, so we'd have to really ramp it up, obviously, by taking key objectives. So, if we play an aggressive game, we might be able to manage that. We need to try our best. Okay. And let's go back to the tracker here. I spent a long time talking about Malaya. So let's go and take a look at the industry. Okay, so 6,235 points of heavy industry available. How much was it before? Was it 6,235 or was that increased slightly? That may have increased slightly. We know that we have a need for vehicles, but we are enlarging the vehicle production capacity. Resources, obviously we haven't captured any additional resource centers yet, but we will be doing so. Okay, what I need to do here then is, right, aces, okay. Actually I can do that on a tracker, can't I? I will love you for that. You love me already, you son of a bitch. Right, pilots. Pilots. Kills. Yep, so Asada, well, Asada, whatever his real name is currently the favourite here to be a ace, with a number of kills equaling 4. So he has 4 confirmed kills. Very nice. He's run 4 missions with 4 kills, so on average, he's killed every single mission, on average. His experience is 79, so he's not even our most experienced pilot, but he's definitely performing very well. And then we have, yep, Taka Tsuka with 2 kills. Yokoyama, 2, yeah, plenty with 2 kills there. But this is very good. I think we actually do gain an ace at 5, so he's actually not far off now. So I think a single ace is 5, a double ace is 10. But notice that these are in A6720s. Obviously they have been the ones dealing with a lot of the enemy. But that's cool. Okay, let's take a look at the resources. Unknown region, strange. Oh. This is task force, okay. Right. Yeah, I think I've done something wrong with the regions here. Let's try that one. There we go. Now it's working. Fantastic. That's what I needed. Alright, awesome, awesome. Right, brilliant. Okay, great. Yeah, there we go. I think I've just got that sorted now. That's what I've been meaning to try and do for a while. Okay. Great. Think. Region. Okay, I'm just going to relaunch the tracker here. Okay, there we go. Seems to be rather sluggish sometimes, but that's fine, it's working. Okay, at least we can actually see what we're getting in here now, that's fantastic. Okay. Good, 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 good. That's what I like to see. Right, Malaysia. Obviously we don't have anything there yet. Luzon. Okay, cool. Okay, we'll take a look at Japan. Right, at least I can actually see where all these resources are now. That's fantastic. Okay. So... resources. Right, so Tokyo has 19 days there. Kyoto, 20 days of resources. Okay. Currently 87,000 tons in shipping. 16,000 tons here, 89,000 tons here. 12,000 tons, 41,000 tons. 16. 43,000 tons. We don't have a net gain at the moment because we don't have any coming in right now. So if I go over... so I want to see resource history. That's what I want to see. Okay, so if I take a look at resource history. So you can see obviously things are going down here. Yeah. There's no gain yet. It's obviously just going down because obviously we don't have the convoys on their way yet. We do have convoys that are going to be moving there that will be dropping resources off in a short period of time, really. So we will see not a gain, probably just a spike. We'll still be losing resources, but it won't be at such a large rate. Yeah, definitely working on it. So if we take a look, this would go down very, very quickly. I mean, in only 5 turns, you look at how many we've used. What 250 plus thousand tons of resources? Yeah, we definitely need to do that. We definitely need to get on top of that. There's a big difference here. So we are losing there at least 79,000 tons. We'd only have resources in Japan to last 56 days at current usage. 63 days in Thailand. And then again, I suppose I do have some heavy industry there. Yeah, only 40 in Bangkok. Okay. Right. I can actually see resources. Let's take a look in China. And there we go, Task Force 8127. You're carrying 41,000 tons of resources here. So, this is it in reality. It's like we need like, what, 2 of these convoys arriving every single day. So yeah, we have a lot of resources to move here, a hell of a lot of them. But that's fine, we can make it work. If we try, just the 2 of us. Right, air production. So, building. Let's take a look then. Let's see what we have in terms of numbers here. So, of course, go by the numbers here. Right. So, almost 2 a day now. That's good. Take a look. Yep, we are building more now. So you can see here that we did lose 56 on the first day, which bloody hurt me. I'm not gonna lie, that bloody hurt. But you know what, that's a lesson that we've had to take on board. I can't believe how effective that AA was. That was bullshit effective. But fine, we'll take it on the chin and go from there. But you take a look at the losses in the turn since. Yeah, big difference, isn't there, between that first turn and the subsequent turns afterwards. Had we not lost anything, we wouldn't have really have lost many planes at all. If we take a look at this, then so obviously we lost, what, 56, so 68 in total. So, 56 of them being lost on the first day. The subsequent 12 lost have been lost in the last 3 days. Big difference. Big difference there in numbers. Definitely. Okay. Wait, how many places are there in Southeast Asia that can produce fuel? That's a very good point. We'll take a quick look at that. You need a refinery to produce fuel, though, don't you? Does this count as oil factory? So there's, none. Would have been nice, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, and I guess we need the fuel refineries. I mean, once we take the Dutch East Indies, we'll have that. Fuel produced? No, we do have some fuel produced in Thailand. Bangkok. So it seems Bangkok actually does have some fuel production. Yes! Yes, we do. Fantastic. Okay, that's great news. Very good. Okay. I like that. I like that quite a lot. But first and foremost, what do you guys think then? Do we have this follow-up invasion force continue to move over here to Singora? Now, he's definitely moving his troops over here to Singora. So, do we instead land them at Kota Bharu, or do we go bolder than that and potentially land them over here at Mersing? Or do we actually bypass Malaya entirely? I could, in fact, I could reinforce Mersing. I could land at Kuantan. Obviously, that would be a bad idea, considering that we won't be able to move very quickly. Yeah, we found it. Thank you, Lupus. Can the Bangkok refinery be upgraded / expanded? I'll take a quick look. I suppose it'd be industry here, wouldn't it? Refinery. Yeah, so you can expand them, but it's not the size of our refineries that's a limiting factor here, it's the amount of oil. So I won't expand them because I don't think it's needed to do so right now. I think it's just a lack of... I still vote for Kota. I mean, Mersing is a huge gamble. So I suppose we'll reinforce the Kota Bharu. An additional 10,000 troops at Kota Bharu, and then at least they can move in this area. That's fine, we'll go with the safer option. We'll do that then. So we'll go through to Kota then. I mean, honestly, I was feeling like maybe going for Osthafen. I know it seems mad, but I think this is it at the end of the day. Well, then again, I suppose it is too mad considering that we don't have any aircraft carriers in the area, so it would be too much a risk and too early. So we'll do that then. It's like, I do have to take Borneo at some point, but I'd rather take Borneo once I hit Malaya. I can take Borneo in the future. I'd rather focus on Malaya for the moment. Yeah, so we'll have additional forces land over here to cut Baruvan. Okay, so with that done, I think we're pretty much done in this area. So, yes, we do have another wave here at Mersing. Indeed. Okay, so, God, they're running a big risk here, aren't they? What I'm going to do then is I'm going to have them actually combine with this task force then. So we do have a additional amount of troops as well. Fantastic. So merge with this task force. So merge. Yep. Okay, so we have what, there, 3,000 troops. So that takes us to what, 12,000-ish? So we'll have roughly 13,000 troops in this area at Mersing. That's a good number. That is a good number. And then obviously we have the Imperial Guard Division along with the Royal Thai Army divisions on their way down here as well. So I think this is going to be... I know it's bold. I know it's a very bold move. But I think it's a move that is going to ultimately secure victory in Malaya. And the losses will be high. Don't get me wrong. They will be high. But I think it's worth it. I think at the end of the day, if I trap these troops here in Malaya, I will be infinitely more able and capable to take care of them than if they're in Singapore, Fortress Singapore. You could try to take Miri, Brunei on Borneo as fast as possible, around 800. Yeah, it's true actually. It is a lot of oil, to be fair. A lot of olive oil. I mean, we have a refinery there as well, don't we? We'll do it. We'll do it once we have Mersing. Once we have that, we'll do it. Yes, it's going to be a couple days late, but that's fine. I can make do with a couple days. I think having a stronger presence and a more successful presence in Malaya will be worthwhile. 7 minutes, that's pretty exact. Okay. So there's no garrison requirement here. The airfield is only level 2. I do have a lot of troops here. So in terms of troop capacity, yeah, not a huge amount, but it's not a bad idea to start doing something. What's the victory point value of Singapore? We'll take a look in just a moment, my friend. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to load up some of this armor and artillery. Can I not dock? Cannot dock. Okay. Right. What I'll do then is I'll actually start a Borneo... Yeah, I can actually load up for a Borneo invasion here then. So I'll take the SNLF. Big boys. And... some road construction units here. Right, use a minimum amount of ships. Oh, let's see, you use all. Add ship to task force. Okay, there we go. Right. I'll add an additional one. Okay, 19%. Okay, we'll set that load there. Okay, great. Just, yeah, we'll take, obviously, some supplies. Not a huge amount. Right, okay. Victory point value of Singapore. It is worth 420 points. So obviously worth a lot. Worth a lot to the Allies. A lot to the Allies. Bhutan's worth fuck all. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, that'd be great. 2,970 points would be bloody beautiful. See, Canton Island's actually worth 30 points. That's because of the fact that it is actually the only base in the area that is worth it. Okay, so spread some of that fuel out. I don't even know what is or if there's indeed anything there. Ideally we secure Canton Island. Still none the wiser on where his carriers might be, which is a shame, but we'll make up for that. Okay. No. The base over here. The airfield is undamaged, though the airfield isn't very large. I could potentially base some Ki-27s here. Aviation support is 44. Yeah, I can go ahead and base some Ki-27s here. I'll do that for the time being. And then obviously, once things are ready to go, we'll start moving additional forces there. Okay. I'm going to move you out of the area. Just move you to one over here. Ah. There we go. Could they have gone south then to America? Perhaps. Personally, I think they've gone to Australia. I think we just missed them. We may still yet find them, but I just think we've been unlucky in it so far. Okay. Can I transfer you to Canton? Yeah, okay, great. Set all the level bombers to do the same then. What we're trying to do is actually free up the numbers here. Yeah, I'll transfer you to Canton as well if I can. Yeah, there we go. Okay, everything should be okay now. Not quite, but not far off. Have you just transfer here for the time being to Kagi. Right, now we're good to go. Superb. I'll have you transferred over here to Takao. Target Manila. Stand down when you're under maintenance. Fuck knows why you're using torpedoes. Right, sorted. Manila. See, this might be why some of them are not doing very well. Okay, superb. Okay, I'm going to transfer this squadron. Now, we may actually benefit from additional support over here now. Put 90% of them on there. Okay. So their range extends over pretty much all of the area of the Philippines that we're actually fighting for. So that's good. So we might have additional aircraft in the area then to actually escort our bombers. Fantastic. Let's take a look at how that's affecting the aviation. 35 is required. Yep, so they have enough in the area. Fantastic. What we're going to start doing then is obviously start to move our troops. Take the base here. So there, Blinton, how you do, my friend? I need to set my future objective over here. I suppose... Oosh. Yeah, I don't know why they were assigned to torpedoes. I think that must have been like from a previous mission, but they should have been using bombs. I'll come at Abattoir, okay. Okay. That's good to know, man. So if the torpedo button is red, that means the group cannot use torpedoes. You need to assign a number of torpedoes. Okay. That's the first time I've heard of that, actually. That's pretty cool. I'll take a look at that in just a moment. Ah. Awesome. Okay. Right, let's take a look at that then. Red. Okay, let's take a look at their headquarters, which is the 22nd Air Flotilla. Right, 22nd. Right, I'm not gonna lie, man. What do I do now then? How would you assign torpedoes here? Oh, torpedo ordnance. Huh. Well, thank you very much for that, Lupus. That's something I didn't know about. What's up there, Jim? How you doing, my friend? That's rather interesting. You know, I can honestly say I've not heard of this, I've not seen this before. That's something I actually really didn't know about. That's pretty awesome, mate. Well, fuck. Okay, well that explained a lot of things. Yeah, now they're yellow. Ah. I've never known about that. Yeah, I've seen that, don't worry, mate. It's pretty, it's really quite handy. That's great, man. Okay, yeah, okay, let's take a look at that. I mean, where else could that come in handy? I think I have some planes flying out this way, don't I? Oh, so this is overcapacity now, for fuck's sake. Yeah, cheers there, Lupus. I mean, I didn't know about Blinson either, so... That's a fucking game changer, isn't it? Yeah, no kidding. If you would have sent them to on ship attack missions, they would use bombs. You know what? That's really interesting. I suppose we might have even had a more successful raid on Manila, because I can remember seeing quite a few of them where they were using, well, where the torpedoes was red. Okay, that's bloody interesting, mate. Gold fucking star. Gold fucking star indeed. Yeah, yes. I mean, this is it, isn't it? This is like a whole new fucking world. Sweet. Thank you, mate. I really do appreciate that. I've never actually known about that. That is fantastic. Cool. Cool. Yeah, see, these guys wouldn't have had it. Okay, fucking hell. That's good. Well, then again, they should use bombs anyway. They're on training, so not that particularly matters, but they should be using bombs for SW. And check all the HQs of torpedo bombs. If they have ordnance, assign them at least 50 torpedoes each. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much, man. That's just really fucking cool. Well, can I assign 50? How was that work? No, it only lets me do 20, okay. Okay, just let me do 20 then. Oh! Sweet. Okay, well that's really bloody cool. That's really cool. I suppose this is it, isn't it? Like, at the end of the day, just go for all the headquarters and do it like that, and then we have no issues. Fucking hell, I can't believe it. That is mad. Honestly, mate, you don't know what you've done here. Oh. You can spam it. Yeah, good idea. I can honestly say I've never looked at this, so this is majorly important. We may find our naval bombers to actually perform significantly better here. I'm very excited about this. I am so very excited. And don't forget about the altitude of escort fighters is based on the altitude of the bombers that are escorting. Ah. Yeah, it really is bloody important. I can't believe it. Okay, that's fine. I mean, they're running 20,000 feet anyway, so I don't particularly mind that. And, yeah. No, that's fine. That's fine. But it's good to know. It's good to know. Definitely a lot of rejoicing here. Honestly, blown my mind. It's just something I've never looked at. I just assumed red was just torpedoes. Possibly so. Then again, I did have, like, the naval bomber there. Well, the naval bombers accidentally on night, which is probably why. Probably why. That was my fault there. Yeah, that's why we're here, mate. Yeah, this is it. This is why I like this. Time to drop a few zeros and naval bombers with torpedoes in every single... Yeah, you know, that is really cool. No, I appreciate that, mate. Let's definitely put a smile on my face. Let's take a look at army headquarters then. Is there anything interesting there? Nah. You're an army command. Okay. Right, we'll go through army command then. Just make sure everybody who can have torpedoes has torpedoes. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it was my fuck up there. But oh well, be okay. So I believe torpedoes require supply, don't they, to be produced? Or converted from supply. Yeah, there we go. Fantastic. Right, wow. Yeah, torpedoes for everybody. Even if you don't need them, you're going to have them. That's fantastic. Actually, you know what? Well, those headquarters are air headquarters. So the fact that they do have the option to have torpedoes means that they will have something that can use torpedoes. So fuck it, we'll give them torpedoes. Okay, so let's actually take a look at our squadrons out this way then. Yeah, you know, torpedoes. Brilliant. Yeah, they're converted from supply. Thought so. Right. Let's see if I can move some additional aircraft. You could definitely handle more aircraft. That's fine. Well, that's fine. I mean, at the end of the day, we can always check it and we'll see. But this is it. It means at the end of the day, they actually have them now. Okay, what I'm going to do then is actually transfer this group. Air capacity is pretty good high. Pretty good and high. Okay, that's not too bad. We can manage that. Yeah, so we're actually running carefully here. Yeah, pretty much. Right, where's your air command? 21st Air Flotilla. Where's the 21st Air Flotilla? Perhaps they don't have enough supply there. They should do. Right, it might just take some time for them to get those torpedoes, but that's fantastic. Right, we'll have the Guam invasion underway next turn. Okay, let's just finish off the orders here for the Philippines. Take my long lines. Right, you'll take that in the following turn. Let us make sure you do. Right. Now, I was thinking, do we take this base here? But we'll take this base for another set of units or something. I do need to move here. It does have a decent air capacity, so an airfield is quite handy. Then I don't want them to move additional troops up this way. I don't think they will do, but I'd rather them not. So we'll have you continue to move this way then. Unable to reach target. Have you been unloaded fully yet? I doubt it. Okay. Right. We're gonna march. Start moving. I think the air unit can't use torpedoes if its HQ is too far away from it. Good point there. Ah, I fucked up that one. I should have used that for Singapore. Sorry, for Manila. Yeah, I fucked that one up. Okay. That's my bad. Oh well. Oh well. Right. Oh, I don't need a garrison. Okay, that's cool. Oh, another Air Force. The ones to the north over here, we need to have them rearmed, you're right. Okay, brilliant. So moving our forces here, obviously these forces can't move yet until they're unloaded. Right, you have, well, you have depth charges enough, yep, that's good to see. You do as well. Actually, can I check this? I'm going to assume that means 100% ammunition then. Okay, yeah. There's a lot of sub-chasers. Do me a favour, keep good care of Maya. When my own games, I managed to sink 2 US carriers with her. What the hell, man? That's pretty awesome. That's like pretty awesome. Not gonna lie. That's pretty badass. Where did I use my ordnance? I'm sure it was around this area. Unless they're already in port. You know what I could do, actually? Ah. Oh, right, actually. Okay, well, there we go. That's good to see. I guess we're good to go. Can't seem to find any issues there, really. Unless they just ran out in that round? Perhaps? As far as I can tell, that we're all good to go. So, beats me. Betas mías. Right. We did have a nice victory over here. He does have additional troops moving, but I think they're moving this way, so not moving to here. Ha ha ha. He does have another unit moving here to Chang. So if nobody tells him about this, that will trigger another shock attack, which will mean another huge round kick to the Chinese face there. I do need to have them build these fortifications though. Yeah, we have some chases after subs. Well, I'm not chasing them directly, so I don't know where they all are at the moment. We will do in the future once we have some like good information. We have them pretty much running like passive patrols at the moment. Not a huge amount of supplies there, not gonna lie. Probably will have to bring some like transports in here just to actually make sure they get them. Or I could even try to move ships up there. Oh no, I don't have a port, so that's not possible. Right, you'll be across the river in a time. Couple of days you'll be across that river. It's taken a long time to cross. Nah, mate. Not yet. Not in this area. It's not worth it. They'll come to us. At the end of the day, I have my forces obviously landing there. So his submarines are operate around my ships there. I'm better off obviously protecting and just obviously looking over that one area rather than spread it out for the time being. Though we'll see how things go. If anything changes, then yeah, we'll go for it. Until I have some solid information on where a submarine is, I'd rather have them work in coordination with actual planes as well. Okay, where's our carrier? So this is our carrier group over here now. So we have Fuso, Yamashiro, EC, EC and Hyuga. Right. I also have a left. Rightio, so what are we doing here? What are we doing here? We have our fighters, we have our B5 and 1Ks. So currently they're set to naval attack. Yeah, they have torpedoes. Escort. I'm going to have them sent over to Malaysia. Isai. Yeah, head over to Malaysia. They'll obviously pass along the Philippines here. I'll have them run a safer route. Yeah, that looks good to me. Run a safer route. Coolio. Or, I do have this invasion. Which is very lightly defended. With lots of troops. Right, we'll have it protected for the time being. So move this way. Actually, you know what, I'm not going to move that close. I'll move to about there. Meet that task force there. Merge. Yeah. Okay, that'll give them some protection and some actual fire support when they land here. I think that's going to be worthwhile. So we'll land here, we'll obviously got our landings here, we'll land here. I will be looking to move additional forces as well. Yeah, I know, it's still safer, I know. It doesn't particularly matter, considering that they're in their area anyway. They have range on this, so it's fine for safer for now. I'm only doing it until I have those escort ships arrive, and then I'll look at moving them elsewhere. Okay, loading has been completed here, so at least we have additional tanks, which is very, very important. So, the 2nd Tank Regiment. Yep, quite a few vehicles there. Quite a few. We can have them loaded over here, well, landed over here, and start rolling over the Philippines. Our tanks aren't great. They're not great, but they are better than nothing. Yeah, much for those subs around the Philippines, I know they have faulted torpedoes, but still could be, could put your BBs or worse CVL out of commission for some time. Yep, definitely. I mean, to be fair, what I could do is, once this force lands over here, I could actually have those destroyers, or at least some of the destroyers actually transferred over here to the Baby Kid Wutai. Indeed. Okay. So, I think I'm going to call this stream to an end here. We'll carry on in the future. We've completely finished our orders over the Malaysian Peninsula and Indochina. Philippines is pretty much mostly done. We'll obviously take a look at the other orders here, but it's mostly done. Obviously, I'll look at where my submarines are, but mostly done here. And then we'll take an overview of China. I don't think I really need to do anything in Japan right now. Obviously, just move troops out of that area. Then it's really going to come down to this. So, until we finish the turn, probably 1 stream, 2 streams maximum. Probably 1 stream. Yeah, that's a good point. Before we do finish that, I will put the attack on Hong Kong. We do have our troops here now. So we will break them down. Combat, deliberate attack. Set all. Set all. 23rd is also on the city as well. So yeah, we'll take a look at that. So we do have, how much assault value? 1,048 assault value there. We have 464 guns, 252 vehicles, 18,846 first line infantry, and 19,983 second line infantry. Fantastic numbers. Should be enough to bring the city of Hong Kong under our control. And with that, we'll have a very large port to use. Also, a nice amount of resource. Well, actually, repair shipyard is the most important thing there. But the heavy industry zone is fantastic. So, until next time, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this. I hope you do consider backing me on Patreon or other methods of supporting the channel. It really does make a massive difference. And there will be a reward very soon. So the first ones will be going out to my current patrons, which have definitely earned it, and I cannot thank them enough for their support over the years, for some of you in that case. But yes, there will be a reward for the existing patrons who will receive 1 free of charge, and in the future there will be different levels of pledges. I think we'll have, like, let's say here, a $5 pledge will give you, for example, an A6M2 keychain. Then potentially $10 is a A6M5A, something like that nature. I just wanted to have some merchandise that's actually good, actually something made, something that's not just like shite, and something that's actually a little bit practical. I think at the end of the day a keychain's gonna be handy. So indeed, until next time, thank you so very much, and goodbye. Please do like, favourite, and subscribe, and share. It does definitely help the channel grow. And my how it's grown. I say the channel, not my channel, because at the end of the day this is a collaborative effort. And none of this would be possible without you guys. I genuinely mean that. Thank you very much. Thank you. See you later, guys. Have a good one. Until next time.